Good day, students. Welcome to Computer Programming 1, CCMAS COS 201. This is the first lecture of topic 1, and we'll be looking at computer programming paradigms. And the objectives are to define the programming paradigms, also talking about the importance of the different paradigms and the overview of the various paradigms. What is programming paradigms? It's essentially a way of classifying programming language based on their features and how they are used to solve problems. Common paradigms include imperative, procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. In the past, procedural and imperative are much more the paradigms that are being used for various programming languages, and in the recent time, object-oriented are much more used in these different forms and different types of programming paradigms. And each of these paradigms has their challenges and some techniques for creating programs. Let's take imperative as an example. It defines a series of actions that the computer carries out in sequence, whereby programming language such as C, C++, and assembly language use imperative in a sequential manner. And some of the difficulty is that most time difficult to compile and also prone to error. Functional programming paradigm talks about a programming paradigm that treats computation as a mathematical functions and avoid mutation data. Example of programming language that uses functional programming include the popular LIMS, Haskell, and the Erlang programming language. The benefits are the simplicity of programming, which makes it easier for mathematical programming language, programming experiments or programs. Object-oriented is the most important and useful programming language. It is a programming language that organizes software design around the concept of objects, which represent real-world objects, where objects are used as a descriptor for programming elements. Java, C++, C#, Python are good examples of programming language that works based on object-oriented approach. Benefits include the scaling. You can modularize the programming experiment or programming task. Logic programming, just like functional programming language, the programmer defines a sense of constraint and the computer tries to deduce a solution that satisfies them. Prolog are more example of logic programming language paradigm. Benefits a bit complex, but it's much more follows the rule-based system, such as for expert system, and more importantly, the natural language programming experiment. Choosing a paradigm